Welcome to the final main story part of Call of Pripyat. And last time we went to Lab X8, and when we came back, Kowalski told us that more of his guys have gone missing, but we're at the point where we're finally going to try to actually communicate with HQ and maybe finally get out of the zone. That was weird.
Can't hit me, oh.
Yorshka bean counter? Private live shits?
What'd you fucking call me?
That's a decent weapon, but I've got much better ones right now. Okay. Daddy.
It was literally just that guy.
I think so.
That's funny. Just epic music as a guy's just staring off into space. I should buy a boat.
Well, another dead guy.
Whoa.
Base, I found one of your men.
See that bird?
It looks like he blew himself up with a grenade. There are no signs of a firefight or any other evidence of him being attacked.
Kowalski here. Roger that, Major. Hey, I got good news. We finally acquired the exact coordinates of the source of interference. The signal is coming from the kindergarten building.
Time to go back to school.
Oh boy. Where's the finger paints minigame? Whee!
Whee.
Come on, cheer up. You're on a slide.
Very rusty slide.
God, what's life without a little ass pain?
You should not be walking on grass and plants, my man. Not in Pripyat.
You ain't lived until you smoked radiation kush.
Like that guy.
Oh yeah, he has lived, and now he is done living.
Yet another RP. Jesus. There's 3 of them in the game.
And you found them all.
And I dropped 2 of them.
Unless you could dual wield, then there's no point.
This ain't GoldenEye.
I was thinking Wolfenstein. Elephant slide. Oh, that looks fun. Do it? Oh. You know, this is not the time. It's probably the place, but not the time. I bet this park would looked really fun when Chernobyl was in one piece.
I'm sure the kids thought so. There we go. Can't open the door.
Is this the one bombable door?
The one that we have to, at least.
Huh. Ah! Jesus Christ, that actually scared me.
God, look at the eyes.
It's so fucked up.
It reminds me of Skippy's comments about the alpacas in Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. That they look like a cartoon. Oh, hi, Poltergeist. That they look like a cartoon drawn on the walls of a Soviet-era kindergarten. Here it is.
That's literally what this is.
Yep. I took a screen cap of it and sent it to him. I was like, you were right.
I like just kind of glazed away for a second before the lion popped up. So when I looked back and saw it, like that's what scared me the most. Who was that? Was that you?
Yeah.
I just heard a "ugh" from the left.
There is a specific room I'm looking for.
Look at that cat. Aw, bad game. Look
Look at that cat.
Oh, hi there. What am I sitting on?
Those are the eyes of the alpacas. There's the line again. There it is. There's another one of those devices that the monolith people made.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of that. Shoot the blender, I guess.
Shoot it all.
Think I'm doing it wrong.
No, just keep doing that. It'll work. Oh, shit. It's working.
Yay!
It takes a lot of ammo to take that thing down.
Hard to hear, but there's a banging. Oh! There's a man in there.
Hi. I couldn't see him in the darkness.
Well, we saved one guy.
Is that really you? Well, I'll be. We were starting to think we'd never see our dock again. So what happened?
Well, it's a long story. I'll tell you another time.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
Hi, doggy.
By the way, the Colonel wants you to pay him a visit.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Also, Gary headed for Yanov's station to restock. He asked me to tell you that he won't be back for a few days.
Gotcha.
So, tell me, where were you?
You're not going to believe me anyway, but in a fridge.
What fridge? Where did you find it?
Where did I find it? I'd like to see you find anything in my state.
And what state would that be?
Not quite sure how to describe it.
Missouri.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, is the guy on the right, did he just get here? What kind of fridge? What brand was it? Where did you purchase the fridge?
Oh, that new IKEA down the street?
That sells blue tables now? Does it have an ice machine? I'll tell you later. Okay.
Okay.
Howdy.
Don't mock me.
All right, let's prepare, because we're starting to approach the end game here.
I spoke to the HQ commander and reported the situation to him, along with all the information that's been collected. There won't be any helicopter support for a while. He suggested that we fortify our position and await further orders. USS observers are currently at the HQ, so you'll be able to talk to your superiors soon enough.
Colonel, a radio signal has been detected, and its source is not far from the base. The transmission is encrypted, and I haven't been able to crack it yet.
Do you have the coordinates?
Yes, I have the coordinates, but the signal is intermittent, and it's moving.
Monolith again?
Just the way they just turn one half of a step at a time.
Still going.
Oh man, if only there was a quicker way to do this. I should buy a skateboard.
Thanks for the free shit. Alright, well, let's track that radio signal. Oh, what sees me now?
Someone throws an acorn at you. Not again. I like the way it landed, just on its butt.
The signal is back. Transmitting coordinates.
It's in a hole. Oh, it's moving. Moving fast.
Oh shit.
Through the window! I'm stuck.
Through the wall.
The signal is gone.
Through the pain that's in my balls.
Sokolov, why are you here?
I don't know.
What do you want?
It's Sokolov, not Strider.
It's back. It's right next to you.
I don't see anyone.
It's close, and it's moving toward our base.
That bird hit the window.
It's underground.
Major Kowalski here. You better get back here. We need to prepare for possible attack. Bastards won't catch us with our pants down this time.
I'm wearing a belt.
Poltergeist removes the belt. Pants fall. Heart boxers. Credits.
Don't shoot. I'm headed to the main entrance.
Who are you?
But who could it be? Here's... Can't see his face.
My name is Strelok.
Strelok!
Hey!
You're the stalker who disabled the Scorcher?
Yes, but my plan didn't work. I came here to speak with your commanders. I have information that will allow the army to take control of the zone and destroy it.
And the mission is starting.
Come, let's talk inside.
Man, they need a better budget for cinematography.
Nice to see you, Strelok. If only we could hear you.
We've got a problem. Our choppers are crashing for reasons that we've not understood yet.
Until we work it out, there won't be any helicopter support. The only way to get to the borders of the zone is on foot.
The reasons are obvious. There are many anomalies in the air, especially in the center of the zone.
We had a map with the safe air corridor between anomalies, and the helicopters had emission protection systems.
That's odd. You're telling me you haven't noticed that anomalies move around after an emission. Some disappear, and new ones show up in different places, which makes your map of anomalies effectively useless.
So that's what it is.
What?
Emissions don't just follow one another. If you can scan the area and identify all the anomalies, the choppers will be able to collect us safely, provided they're dispatched right after an emission.
We must inform the HQ of this as soon as possible.
I'll contact my commanders right after the emission.
Don't mind me.
Lieutenant, get him on the line as soon as you can.
So what happened to the helicopters? Every time there was an emission, the anomalies just moved.
What?
And nobody noticed until it was too late.
Huh.
So the mystery's kind of just, oops.
That's silly.
Anyway, hi, Strelok.
Hi. I loved your first game.
If you want a recap of Shadow or Chernobyl. Now, this is why I hung on to all of the documents that I got from the Strelok stashes, because you can actually give them to him at the end of the game.
Oh.
And if you do that, it's not just for the sake of kindness. But by doing that, you get a few bits and pieces, like some extra batteries for the Gauss rifle. I don't think I need those artifacts, but it's nice to have them. The main thing is I get the Keeper of Secrets achievement. In the end game, Strelok can die.
Oh, no.
With this achievement, it's a lot harder to kill him, so that's better.
It's nice that the achievements give you things.
Yeah, I like that.
I always like that in games.
So what we're about to do is not a good place for the Eliminator, so it's gonna have to stay behind.
Aw, he's not gonna escape with us. Well, consider yourself eliminated, Eliminator.
Actually, I don't know why I did that, because with all of the health packs that I have, I don't really need health regen. Oh, God.
Looks like the emission is over. Kirill, contact HQ.
Oh, it was an emission, okay.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Roger.
Now, thanks to all the drugs, if you are not exposed to an emission, you start going crazy.
Colonel, why did comms go down?
Because of the emission, it's impossible to establish comms during one.
right, listen up. Operation Fairway is being taken over by the USS. Is Major Degtyarev there?
Yes.
Okay. He's in command from now on. Tell him to stay put, to be contacted by his superiors shortly.
Roger.
No, I'm in charge.
Now I can throw acorns and barrels at people.
Major, do you read me?
Major Degtyarev here. I read you.
Good. As of this moment, you are responsible for completing Operation Fairway. Kowalski and the Stingray Squad will assist you. Report.
I've managed to acquire documents about experiments carried out in the zone. Furthermore, we've been contacted by a stalker who's been in the CNPP. His name is Strelok, and he's offered us his cooperation.
Roger. Accept his offer. You know what caused our helicopters to crash?
Yes, I have the data, and Strelok's information confirms it. The helicopters were hit by anomalies after their locations changed during the emission. The anomaly map issued to the pilots turned out to be useless.
Good. That means we have until the next emission. We'll be collected together with the stalker from position B28. Stingray Squad will be evacuated with you. The birds are already in the air. Over and out.
You heard the news, fellas. When we go, stick together and keep the stalker alive. Any questions? Get ready to move. Major, can I have a word?
Sure.
My friends are alive, but yeah. Ah, damn it. Thought I could get more ammo. But I think I'm set. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Move. There's no time to waste.
Move out, squad.
Oh, Strelok's moving like a video game protagonist.
This is nostalgic. Just a bunch of guys gasping as we run through Pripyat.
Yeah. I like the good old days.
There's the copters.
Would you look at that? The Sons of Peaches actually made it. You were right, Strelok.
Zombies!
Let's move to the right along the building. Double time.
You're right. Zombies! They're everywhere! Ugh, right in the taint.
Zombies aren't really the best use of the gauze, so switch to a different gun.
No, but it was pretty funny.
Now, you remember Zulu from earlier. You can find him in Pripyat before this point. If you didn't, then he's dead.
So he's dead?
There's a whole side quest that you have to go through if you want to save him. But at this point, if you didn't do that, he's dead.
Wow, well, we got our use out of him. He had that funny drinky animation.
There's about a dozen zombies in the building.
Move to the left and cover each other.
Whoa.
Get out of the way!
Of each other, even.
I am tired of living, Professor.
think I got stuck on both of them.
Every zombie in Pripyat is going to know we're coming. We've got to move faster. Run!
More zombies up ahead.
Through the arch.
Those guys might not be a problem. I should probably keep moving.
Yeah, leave them alone. They're just going in the building.
No, if we want a real problem, it happens around here.
We're on the way.
Our orders are to take off if we come under attack, so hurry the hell up.
Roger that. We'll be there soon. Stay alert and follow orders. We're real close to the evacuation point. Let's move!
Woo! What's going on over there?
It's the Snorks.
There's no time. Check your weapons and fire at will.
Now I kind of wish I'd brought my eliminator. Oh well.
Fire at will. Go!
I love Strelok running backwards this whole time.
Yeah, why the fuck is he? Whoa, guys.
You're getting so lucky. You see all the Snorks around this school? This is where Zulu is.
What was that?
Oh dear.
I'm okay. Okay.
Don't stop. Keep moving.
It's here.
Run!
Okay, run.
Oh, don't panic? Okay.
Major Degtyarev, we're taking heavy fire from an unidentified enemy. We cannot hold
Get
out
ready,
for
men.
long.
Ow.
Ow, my hand.
Shit. It's monolith fighters. Fire at will and keep moving toward the choppers. Come on, boys.
Well, where are they?
To the choppers, go! Go! Go!
Oh yeah, proper firefight to close it out. Things can go very wrong very suddenly here, so be careful and keep shooting.
Oh, okay.
Doop 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 doop.
Yeah, look at him dancing.
So now you have a choice.
Ooh.
We can end the game, or we can play indefinitely. I want to stay. I belong in the zone. I've been touched by the zone. I can't go anywhere else now.
Yeah. You took 3 zone drugs and now you are to the zone.
Probably what it's like when you do acid. Alright, but now I'm left with all of Monolith. All of Monolith. Oh god. You are able to actually finish the game after this point. This is more in case there are side quests that you want to finish first, and you didn't get to finish it before now.
We'll come back for you, don't worry.
I mean, I imagine there's such a thing as desertion in the Ukrainian military. I think this would qualify.
Yeah, what motivation would you, like, is there any plot motivation as to why you would want to stay?
Not really.
That's weird. I mean, we're not done yet, but this game's ending doesn't seem quite as strong as the last game's.
There is like an ending cutscene, but yeah. There's not as much of a climax.
Yeah, it feels like the game, like, Strelok showed up as like, hey, this is what's wrong. Oh, okay, well, let's go then. Like the last game, you found the brain scorcher and sea consciousness, and you had that spooky moment with the guy talking in your ear the whole level, and then a giant long firefight to end the game. This one's like, get on the helicopter. You'll fight a bunch of enemies you fought before.
But none of the hard ones.
Yeah, just dudes. So what are we doing now? Are we just shooting all the rest of the guys?
Kinda.
Great.
Just shooting. Wherever the hell the other one is. I think I'm just looking for the last stashes here. Aha. Don't need those anymore. I think those are zombies. Not just Monolith. Or possibly mercenaries. I think mercenaries and bandits start showing up in Pripyat now.
Woo! Oh, nice front flip, dude. That's not the direction it came from.
I don't trust you.
Hmm?
I don't see you. Do you want to deal with a zombie walking up?
Man, would have been lame if after all that you died to this guy.
Hey, dude. I took care of it. But also now, the military's home base is now filled with stalkers. Hi, Gary. So if you decide to play a bit of the post-game, you can talk to Gary and finish the game from there.
Okay, that's good at least.
Yeah, I want to bring all my shit with me home.
Can you walk?
I can now. Now that I'm a Hercules.
What's up, bro?
Uncle Yar, hey. He's our medic in Pripyat now.
Hee. Ugh, my chin is so
I'm
thirsty.
listening, man.
Alright, but anyway, the actual ending.
So weird. It's such a weird thing to do.
As a reward for successfully completing his investigation, Degtyarev
God, he's
was
hot.
offered a promotion to colonel
Right?
and the position of mission coordinator. He declined the opportunity to work at the HQ and submitted a personal request to be sent to the zone as the USS Permanent Observer.
Oh, so there's a little bit of a story reason, potentially, like Degtyarev actually wants to stay.
Oh, okay.
Alerted USS commanders. All the information gathered on X-designated laboratories was removed from military archives and filed as top secret. All personnel working in the zone were ordered to prevent the disclosure of information about the laboratories at any cost. Several experimental samples were made on the basis of technical documents for Item 62. Following a set of test trials, it was decided not to go ahead with large-scale deployment of the weapon due to the high cost of ammunition. Nonetheless, it would be reasonable to assume that further development of the Gauss rifle is ongoing.
So even they say it as Gauss.
Skadovsk became home to any and all who could reach it. Fierce Stalker resistance did not stop the bandits from making regular and ultimately unsuccessful attempts to establish their so-called order on the ship. Despite this ongoing struggle, the Skadovsk carried on its unique brand of life.
I think you get that for not
Following
choosing
the
one
destruction
side
of
on
the
Skadovsk.
Bloodsucker lair, it's unlikely that anything could significantly change the state of
Bloodsucker.
affairs on the Skadovsk. The old ship became a temporary center of stability in the ever-changing world that is the Zone. A fragile balance was reached between freedom and duty squads at Yanov Station. Tired of the
Yeah, you
endless
get this for
struggle,
not having
fighters
one
on
of the
both
two
fronts
sides
started
completely take
leaving
over
their
Yanov.
squads and joining the Free Stalkers.
That's pretty much what I aim for every faction.
The scientific expedition, organized by Professors Herman and Ozersky, was a success. The data they collected facilitated the development of groundbreaking medicine and technology, which prompted the Ministry of Education to allocate additional funding for researching the Zone. Gary's stories about the Army's fate scared stalkers away from Pripyat. The few who dared to venture into the city ran into inexplicable phenomena, which added further dark strokes to an already gloomy picture of the dead city. The legend of the Oasis stopped being a legend. The identity of those who managed to find a way to the secret anomaly became an increasingly regular topic of conversation among stalkers. Despite this, the number of adventurers trying to find it remained high, something the bandits were quick to take advantage of, with constant offers to lead stalkers to the Oasis, which usually ended in muggings at a safe distance from stalker camps. Organized mercenary squads continue to be active in the Zone. Their interest in the secret laboratories is becoming increasingly difficult for USS operatives to ignore. Attempts to establish the identity of the client who hired the mercenaries proved unsuccessful. The area around Yanov Station continues to attract growing numbers of stalkers. The lack of dangerous mutants and
I wonder if the
abundance of
mercenaries,
anomalous
that's kind of
areas
related
have
to
led
the
to
US
area
drone that we
being
saw.
referred to as a treasure
Like maybe it's
trove
someone outside
with
of Ukraine.
increasing regularity. Rumors of Zulu's fate reached the leader of duty, General Voronin. Counter to most expectations, Voronin decided to posthumously award Zulu with the Silver Shield, duty's highest decoration. Vano headed off to the freedom-controlled military warehouse.
There's the bud.
But his cheerful personality and optimism quickly earned him the popularity they merited.
He's the only one of these who doesn't look like a real person.
Yeah, right. Such a
anomalous
positive
areas.
influence couldn't possibly exist in such a world.
A new group appeared in the zone. They are well trained, but their objectives are not known. Rumors say they used to be monolith fighters. Their leader is known as Strider. Senior Lieutenant Sokolov continued to take part in flying missions over the zone. During one such recon flight over Limansk,
So much
his
balding in
aircraft was
this.
shot down by mercenaries. 2 weeks later, he was picked up by a patrol near the cordon. Within a month of his rescue, Sokolov had left the Air Force, joining a civil airline instead. A group of stalkers was forced to seek shelter on Noah's old barge during a particularly powerful emission. When the barge was attacked by a horde of snorks afterwards, stalkers were forced to concede that the barge was as good a defense against mutants as anything they'd seen. Even more astonishing was a litter of pseudo-dog puppies that Noah himself led into battle against the snorks.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Having found out about his friend's fate, Carden gave up dreams of a stalker career.
Richard D. James?
Having overcome his alcoholism,
What's he doing
moved
here?
to Yanov, where he partnered up with Nitro to set up a full-service repair shop.
I like that
Both
they became
technicians
friends.
gladly devote all their spare time to building a vehicle that could operate in the zone. Strelok passed on the information he obtained on his trip to the Chernobyl NPP to the USS commanders. This prompted the government to create a scientific institute for research of the Chernobyl anomalous area.
You know the
took up
the gif of the younger
chief
brother from Malcolm in the Middle?
scientific
That's
consultant
like,
to the institute.
I didn't even have any expectations and I'm disappointed.
When
That's what
Colonel
that face looks
Kowalski,
like.
commander
Yeah,
of the
right.
Stingray Group, returned from the zone. He was forced to explain the reasons for the failure of Operation Fairway. Following a dragged-out investigation and the brass's failed attempt to make him the fall guy, the colonel was finally given an honorable discharge.
Good. He deserves that at least.
There's a lot of happy endings.
Yeah.
Like a weirdly heartwarming bunch of endings for this game.
I did aim for the best endings that I could.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that there's some tragedy that you could be befooled onto.
I'm going to link in the thread someone else's uploadings of the other endings you can get, just to cover all the bases. But reminder, there is one more part going up of missions that I missed, and that does include Zulus, so at least in some universe he will survive.
Well, that was interesting. I will say that that ending felt, in comparison to the epic ending sequence of the first game, it felt really flat. I didn't feel like this plot was quite as strong as the first one. And to be fair, I'm not going to act like I really understood either plot very well. That's just mostly on my poor comprehension. But this one, it had a harder time hooking me with the exception of a few parts. Like Monolith, the entire concept behind how they're being treated. That was really interesting. But I think this game's biggest claim is the improvements of gameplay from the first game.
Yeah, unequivocally, it's the better game to play. The first game was definitely a really cool story, and I think that carried the jank. I would say there's a bedrock for something interesting here, like with the mystery of the helicopters, you being a military guy, basically going in undercover into the zone. But Degtyarev doesn't have much as a character. And Strelok didn't have a lot either, at least that he actually expressed in the first game. because he didn't really talk. It was only in the ending cutscenes.
Yeah, but even then, the fact that your mission was to kill yourself, that
Yeah.
was interesting enough.
Like, there's a lot of potential, and I'm hoping Stalker 2, however its story goes and its gameplay and what have you, it's able to follow through on that potential.
Yeah, this is a bit of a mixed bag of a sequel. It improves significantly in some places, but also kind of draws back in others. I liked the presentation as a whole, like the graphics and whatnot. Feels like a mixed bag itself, too, because the game looks nicer. I love how the lighting works, and the greater inclusion of, like, melodic music to go along with scenes helped a lot. The music in this game is great. Oh.
Enough of that song.
But I feel like there's a little bit more jank in the animations, weirdly. Like how when people turn around, they just kind of shuffle like their legs are tied together. And the cutscenes just looking consistently awkward.
That was pretty much in the first game, too.
I don't remember any, like, third-person cutscenes in the first game. Were there that many, or am I just misremembering?
Like, there was jank in the animations anyway.
Oh, yeah. It's just, I feel like there was plenty of jank. Like, this game, I don't think is worse in the jank department. It's just, in moments where they wanted me to take it a little more seriously, the animation, I understand this game is probably on a bit of a budget. In fact, in some points, the budget feels smaller than the first game. I don't think that's true, though.
If anything, I can imagine the budget was spread a little more widely.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, judging by the improvements in some places and not so much improvements in others.
Like, one thing we need to remember is Shadow of Chernobyl is very broken. You pretty much need mods in order to keep it running without crashing from beginning to end. Call of Pripyat, I think I put in like an HD Sky mod or something, but how the game functions is pretty much vanilla, and it works from beginning to end.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a part I underestimated.
There was definitely work going on under the hood.
The improved, like, graphics and the gunplay, the fact that I didn't want to take your gun and bend it over my knee every other minute.
Yeah, right.
It definitely seems like the more fun game to play at the very least. Still not for me, though. Still absolutely not the kind of game for me, but I'm glad I'm experiencing this series regardless.
Yeah, and I really hope Stalker 2 actually comes out this year. I think it's been pushed back a whole year twice now, and that's excluding all of the years it spent in development hell.
You're right.
Before it was formally announced recently. But one more part, and then we will say goodbye to Pripyat.
We have answered the call.